Yeah, Andrew?
So the report's reasonably clear as to what's required, but what we've got here, and Christine alluded to this in her commentary, a really well-resourced group. They've done a huge amount of work, having lost the original museum building as a result of the earthquakes. I've done a huge amount of work in the meantime, cataloguing the whole collection, obviously planning the next stages to get to the point of the resolution that's in front of us today, and really taking a very well thought out strategic approach to the future of the museum. So what we've got in front of us here is not only an opportunity for the Lyttelton Museum to be reinstated, but an opportunity for a brand new community-owned building to be built on London Street in Lyttelton in partnership with the council. The proposal obviously is that we would gift the land. The building will be built with funds raised by the Museum Society and held by the Museum Society. And I think there's something quite resonating about the fact that the first new building built on Lyttelton's main street would be a community-owned building. I was at the meeting of the Museum Society where they made the decision to pursue this particular option, and it's fair to say that the meeting that was held at the local church was attended by more than what you would think of as the museum community. There's a really strong interest across the whole of the Lyttelton community in this project going ahead, and it was great to see Lyttelton in all its colours at that meeting supporting the Museum Society in making their decision and starting to look forward to this project actually coming to fruition on London Street. So I'm hugely encouraged by this. I think the group is very capable of delivering on the project. I'm very aware of the huge amount of work that's gone into it so far, and would love to see this progress to the next stage. So certainly would hope that my colleagues would support this today.
Very good. Tim?
Thank you, and I do support it. I just want to make sure that on behalf of all the ratepayers when we gift land, that in 6.5, if things did go wrong, and we all hope that they don't, that once liability expenses have been cleared, will be vested jointly with the Christchurch City Council and Canterbury Museum. Now the buildings and the land would come back to the council, but if at the point where the liabilities are in excess of the land and the buildings, there would be an issue there. So I'm presuming that our property team or the gifting, there would be an agreement there that would ensure that that would not happen. So I'm just wanting to I'm just crossing the T's and dotting the I's, that's all. But we do have to be responsible for all the ratepayers of Christchurch.
We had moved into debate, so not questions. So but I mean we're supporting in principle going out for consultation. So I think that all those questions will be answered by the time. I mean, it makes it clear about the land coming back if that occurs. I know, but I think if staff could take a note that we'll be wanting to know the answer to that question. Yanni?
Thank you. I'm very supportive of this. I just wanted to again I guess make a bit of a note that we have seen some community groups try and project manage new builds. Things can get out of hand quite quickly and through no fault of their own, but I think one of the really positive things we did with Mount Pleasant is we provided some project management expertise from a council point of view that I think really helped that group. And again, I'm not saying that this group would need that, but I think if the offer could be made or indicated, I think that would be a good thing to do, just because I think often people don't know what they don't know, and particularly for building a new building, it can be quite complex. So just wondered, I guess, just encouragement to the community board or to council staff, if there was an opportunity to provide that support, then I think that would be really useful. The second comment I guess I just wanted to make was just around the importance of our cultural well-being, and I think actually telling the story, and particularly around the port and around Lyttelton, it's just such a fantastic story, and I think it is those things that we need. And it's heartening to see that in Sumner we've also got the Sumner Redcliffe Historical Society having a museum space in the new build there. So I think it's really important that we do support this facility and this building. And then just the final thing, just again a kind of a lesson learned from previously, but it would be really good when the consultation happens, we could just consult on the square piece of land, but actually, if there was a design that was able to be accompanied, it just helps the public when they make submissions, if there is any issues, that they can see clearly what's being proposed. And again, we've got Kiri 2 coming back to us today. One of the issues there was the absence of detailed design or a detailed plan. It made it really hard for the community to give feedback because there were so many unknowns, and again, we're coming back to that decision now. So if it can be done, that there can be some sort of design in the consultation, I think that would be really helpful. But very supportive of this.
Very good. All right. So, but as I say, this is going out for consultation, so I think staff have made a note that that would be something to report back on as well, in terms of whether the organisation needs project management assistance if the agreement is made to transfer the land. So I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.